Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League. And today I'm going to be playing some Mono Blue Aggro, Mono Blue FAE with Mulldrifter. Um, Let me say my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Go check it out. There's a link down in the description to subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Throw a like on this video if you like my content. But you can also just go to the channel again, youtube.com/snapbolt. Check it out. Lots of great Pauper content on there, tons of videos, daily uploads. And, if you like it, subscribe. Thank you. Okay. Now, this brew is not too crazy. It's nothing like that I just thought of out of, the blue or crazy like new strategy, but it's just mono blue Fey, and I'm just jamming four Mulldrifters into it. And I upped the land count a little bit to support Mulldrifter. It's also good to have more lands with Spire Golem. So I cut Delvers because you really don't flip Delvers that often. And I cut the two force spikes and I added two lands and four Mulldrifters. And then the sideboard's pretty standard. It's just a mono blue Fey deck, pretty standard. But again, cutting the Delvers, cut two force spikes or the two flex slots, and playing Mulldrifters and more lands. Um, I will say this is not going to be a complete league. I played the first three matches already because during the Pauper Super PTQ, I started just playing this in between rounds just to kind of mess around. And the deck felt good. And I was like, well, I might as well record the last two games with the deck. So I'm actually 2-1 right now. Let's go to the league. Let's see. I'm forgetting like exactly what I played against before. What was it? I know we just beat Boros. I think we might have lost to Tron in round one. Is that correct? I'm not entirely sure. No, I think we lost to Jun de Ponza in round one. Just got by like dinos and stuff. And then who did we play against? We played against Boros. I forget I forget what Cherry Fuji was on, but anyways, I think the deck is pretty strong. Mulldrifter adds a nice little card advantage component to the deck. And before we get into the games, I guess I'll talk about it, why I did this. I don't know if this is better than playing the Delvers because your deck is definitely more clunky, but I think you have a better late game. Um, I did it for a couple reasons. One, I thought of it when I saw this Delver list that did well, and it had four of one mind in the deck. And it was just playing like Delvers, Ninjas as the only human, and I'm like, seems pretty good because sometimes you get to cast of one mind for one mana, and when you don't, um, it's just divination, which is actually fine in this type of deck because you really do want to draw cards. There's not like a great extra card advantage card you can run. You can run Frantic Inventory, but it's so in this type of deck. Um, and then I thought, well, divination's fine. Maybe I can just up the land count a little bit and try playing Mulldrifters. You can even ninja it back. You can play them as divinations. And you get a 2/2 body, which doesn't sound like that much of a difference between a 1/1, but it is. Because there's a lot of things that deal one damage, or like, you know, suffocating fumes, all their creatures get -1/-1. But if you have more X2s and like Spire Golems and just seems pretty good. It's also pretty sweet because a lot of times this deck just puts a lot of stuff into play. And if you just go like Mulldrifter, draw Spire Golem, play it for 0 mana, it's pretty sick. Um, so we'll see how we do here. I mean, this hand looks good. I know, like I said, these Mulldrifters are kind of clunky, but it's not bad. They really helped out in the two matches I've won so far in this league. So hopefully we can showcase them here. Land. I mean, drawing lands is not going to be bad with this hand. I have a spell stutter. I want to get to this Mulldrifter. I have a Ponder. I could just top. Could top bottom as well. I think I'll just top, honestly. Oh no, is it Stompy? Could be Stompy or Elves. I could just snap the Korean Ranger right now. Might slow them down. I think I'm not gonna take that line. I'll just leave up Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, if they're on 1 mana, they do get one extra mana, but I can still Spell Stutter a 2-drop. So I'm not really too worried about that. Be so interesting to block with spells that are there, but I'm not going to do that either. Looks like they are going to try to play a 2-drop. And again, if they're... Oh, they're playing a Korean Ranger? I feel like they're on just 1 mana. So now they can get a second mana. I could snap something, but I think I'm just going to Spell Stutter this and keep my snap in my hand. Could be defenders with like an awkward draw. Could be elves. It's stompy. Okay. This is not a great matchup for us, especially with these Mulldrifters. Alright, let's go land, ponder. These are actually really good cards. I can take an interesting line here. Let's go top, top, top. No. Just snap this right now because they do have vines and stuff. I don't want them to mess with my snap. So let's snap that. Then attack with just this. And then I can block this and they might not be able to make a 2/2 Skargan. And I'll just ninja this back. And then I have a Spell Stutter to counter something else. Sweet. This is still going pretty well. I mean, even casting a Mulldrifter on 5 here should be pretty good. They haven't come out of the gates swinging, really, so that's good for us in this matchup. So I am going to block. Kind of makes it rough for them to deploy Skargan, and I do kind of just want to trade Burning Tree into Nest Invader into Savage Swipe. It's annoying, but beatable. Skargan. Skargan 1/1, sure. Alright, so now I'm going to go Spire Golem, leave up Spellstutter Sprite for 1. I could play Fairy Miscreant, but this is just such a better blocker. And I can counter a Savage Swipe or like a Rancor or something here. They know about Spellstutter, but looks like they're kind of flooded over there. Yeah, no attacks. I'm definitely not going to play Spellstutter. So I can just tap out for Mulldrifter. It's not bad. They do get to resolve stuff, so I think I'm just going to wait on that, actually. Not going to attack. They can't really do anything here either because of Spellstutter, so this is fine. I have a lot of good draws. I have cantrips where they don't. So if we're just kind of staring at each other, it favors me, I think. Okay, second Spellstutter is a good draw. Just stay back on D. I guess I should have attacked for 1 with Miscreant there. That was a mistake. I just messed up. It's okay. Look at that. Turn 5, turn 6, turn 6. Just nobody's doing anything. Speaking of the game log, let me fix that. They're just super flooded for that deck. I could play out 1 Spellstutter here. Do I need to? I don't think so. Snap? Snap is actually good. So I can attack for 1. Missed 1 damage last turn. Just going to continue to pass here. If I get up to 7 lands, I can play a Mulldrifter. I could have evoked Mulldrifter as well, but I don't even think I really need to. Again, if we're just both sitting here, I like it. Could snap something, but just going to keep waiting. Wow. These are really good, right? Really good. So I can just go Ninja and into Counterspell. So I'm just going to Ninja here, draw a card. And then I'm not going to play anything else. So starting to feel pretty good here. Haven't even cast these Mulldrifters yet, but this isn't really the matchup that they're for. Metal Sentinel. I mean, they're probably trying to bait. I think I can just let this resolve. It's not like it really does anything against my Spire Golem anyway. Yeah, it stops Ninja, but I'd rather wait and counter like a Rancor or something. I can't actually spell stutter that, but I don't think I care about that either. Just gonna let that resolve too. Guess I could counter it, but all right. Do I want to snap anything? I don't think so. Just untap. Let's go miscreant. I think it's just no attacks. I could trade my ninja off, but I'm not in a rush to do that. All right. I'll draw lands eventually. They only have 3 cards in hand. All right, now I think I'll play one of these. I have enough gas now. I can just afford this. They can trade with one. That's fine. Just gonna trade with Sprite. Sure. I'm just gonna leave up triple interaction until I draw one more land, and then I can start playing Mulldrifters. I think I'm really far ahead, which is why I just haven't committed these. I just don't want to die to like them make it a huge creature that I can then no longer answer. Something weird like that. Just not even gonna do anything. I don't know if I need Faeries here, but I'll take another land. This deck actually wants more lands than the other versions because of these Mulldrifters. All right, attack for one, leave up triple interaction in Sprite, Snap, and Counterspell. Just went on a walk with the dog and the girlfriend, and I like generally wear a mask when I'm out there, and it like totally fucks up the mustache. All right, let's go Sprite, counter this. I can always snap my Sprite and counter something else, and I have another counter spell. I should be good to go in this game. I think I actually just snap this and then counter it rather than use my counter spell, just because this is better, and I can use my snap as another counter spell this way. They could go vines, target my spell stutter sprite. Um, okay, at this point, that's fine. I don't really care about Nettle Sentinel anyway. I was kind of just countering it just to do it. Um, so now I think I'll just let their Nettle Sentinel resolve. I can just trade off against one of their 2/2s with a ninja and block another one with Spire Golem. And then I have a Mulldrifter coming down next turn to trade with another one and just 3 for 1. Classic Mully D. What you got? Are they going to attack? No. This Mulldrifter, I think, is going to be a nice surprise for them. It's like standard mono blue aggro, and then you just drop a Mulldrifter. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now I just send. This deck is good. It just plays like a little bit bigger of a mid-range game and a little more clunky than the other mono blue aggro build because of Mulldrifter. I mean, I could have even ninja'd there, but I think I'd rather leave up Counterspell. Again, I'm so far ahead. I don't want to die to something silly. I think if I just play it slow like this, I can't really lose. All right, so I just block everything. Not really worried about any tricks or anything. I can just play another Mulldrifter next turn if I want. Vines kicked on the Nettle Sentinel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I can try to counterspell this, but I think I'm just going to let it resolve. Sure. And a Scargin. I'll just counter this now. Now it's time. And then I get to just like play another Mulldrifter and Ninja back a spell setter. Or just ninja back spell stutter and see what happens. Wow, that was a good draw. Ninja back Mulldrifter. I haven't done it yet, but that will be a pretty sick play when I do it. Yeah, I want to draw. So I have 7 more mana, so I can go Spire Golem, Mulldrifter, and have Spell Stutter up. This deck can really utilize the extra lands. Nice. No need to play Miscreant to draw, just rather leave up Spell Stutter. Got him. This is a bad matchup for sure, though. I think I want like as much interaction as I can. I think even Gut Shot is fine. They do have a lot of X1s. I think Faeries here is actually not that good. I definitely have to go down on some number of Mulldrifters. Can even cut a couple lands, especially on the draw. And we're cutting some Mulldrifters. I could even go down to 1 Mulldrifter. I mean, it is pretty fucking slow. Could board out another Faeries here because the 1/1 flyings really don't trade with their stuff that well. They're good at enabling Spell Stutter Sprite for 2. Maybe I want 1 more Mulldrifter. Just being a 2/2 and drawing cards trades against their stuff much better than these like 1/1s. I can cut like a Ponder or something. I think cutting 2 lands, especially on the draw, is not that greedy. Could cut like another Faeries here. Can't cut a Miscreant. I like Echoing Truth. I think just at slowing them down. Let's just try this. I like the gut shots. Maybe 3 is too many, but I'm gonna try it. Just being able to like nab a Quarian Ranger early, like we saw in that game, or deal with a Vault Scourge when they try to Rancor it, or honestly just to have a little bit more. The more interaction we have, the better. We want to slow this game down, and then we can win with like our flyers or ninja hits. So we just don't want to get overrun early by like a multiple burning tree draw. So any interaction we can have, we want it. Let's go game 2. All right, game 2 here. This is going to be a easy mulligan, 0 lander. So classic board out 2 lands, 0 lands, punished. Mulligan, and this is going to be a keep. This hand's not great, but obviously I have to just keep Ponder into Spell Stutter. Hope they don't come out of the gates swinging. I'm just going to put back a land. Counterspell as well. Would have been interesting to put back a Preordain there, but I don't think that can be right. Second Spell Stutter is really good. I think I go top bottom actually. Because I do want to draw like Coral Net and Snap and stuff. If they just go Rancor right now and I just don't draw anything to interact with that, that could be bad for me. I was going to say, please not multiple burning trees. So I got my wish. There's another land anyway. Okay, we have Counterspell up. We have Spell Stutter up. If they go to play a 1-drop and I Spell Stutter it and they have Gut Shot, I'm like wrecked. But that's going to be true like anytime in this game. I can flash and Spell Stutter and try to block here, but I think I can do that later. I do want to try to nab a 1-drop here. Burning Tree. Wonder if I have to just let that resolve. I think I do, because I have to just rely on Spire Golem to lock this down, I think. Alright, Faeries here, that can block this. I think letting the Burning Tree resolve was good. Let's go bottom top. Again, I do just need interaction. If they like are able to put Hunger the Howl Pack counters on something, or do something of the sort. I want to be able to interact. Volt Scourge. Let's hope they don't have Gut Shot. No, they do. Okay. So I'm taking 4 damage here. Hopefully no Rancor is the last card. Hunger. Targeting Ledgewalker. Yeah, it's really bad. I could have just counterspelled this, but then yeah. I mean, they could still gut shot this and then still hunger. So, I mean, I'm in trouble this game. This is why this matchup's not great. I can't snap this because that's hexproof. All right, let's pass the turn. What I can do is I can snap one of the 2-power things, and then I can flash and spell stutter, triple block the Ledgewalker. All my creatures have flying, so I can actually block that. I think that's like what I have to do essentially. If they just attack with Ledgewalker, I'm gonna go for the triple block. I need to deal with this. And they can just kill Spire Golem or kill my other 2 fairies. They'll probably kill Spire Golem, because Spire Golem's probably the best card against them. All right. Are they going to play another creature? No. Okay, it's a 2/2. So I need to draw a Spire Golem like right now, basically. Mulldrifter is not going to quite cut it. They have 0 cards left. I basically do as well. Their 2/2s are just so much bigger than my 1/1s. I know it sounds like obvious, but it, as you see here, a 2/2 matters a lot more than 1/1 on boards like this. All right, so I can snap something and then counter it. I can also go block something, bounce my own spell stutter sprite. I think that's worse. So let's just go snap Burning Tree. And then I'm just going to block Vault Scourge with Faeries here. Take 4 down to 3, and then I'll counter the Burning Tree on the way back down and draw a Spire Golem. Or Mulldrifter. I guess I'll draw Mulldrifter into land plus Spire Golem. Just calling what I want. Ninja. All right. I guess I'm at 3, but I can flash this into block. I need to try to draw a card here, I think. So they have 1 unknown card in hand. It might just be a land. Ponder. Okay. Spire and Mulldrifter. All right, well, I'm just gonna play Spire Golem and then draw land last. So I'm just gonna play Spire Golem this turn, not have a spell setter up. Yeah, let's go. Kind of doing it. If they don't have like a Savage Swipe, oh, I guess Hunger of the Hell Pack kills me. They snap attacked here. They have it. Vines. Okay. So close, so close. We were really close to stabilizing there. Do I want an extra land or not to have this many gut shots? They still have Vault Scourge. I think I do want that many gut shots. As you saw, the 1/1s really just cannot hang against the 2/2s. Want another Mulldrifter on the play? Do you want to keep a good number of 1-drops to enable early ninjas. I'm just going to try it like this again. Being on the play is so huge in this matchup. Yep, keep the sand. Sand looks good. Miscreant into Ponder Coral Net on 2. We want. Alternatively, we can like Ponder, maybe find another Miscreant. Maybe we just draw Ninja. We can just jam a T3 Spiral Golem. Potentially, we have 3 lands. And they're deciding if they're going to keep 7. Stompy is definitely favored in this matchup, but it is generally pretty close. I think it matters a lot how strong the Stompy player is. If you're playing against Sacred Devil, they always play Stompy and they're a really strong player. It makes it a lot tougher. All right, Miscreant go. I'm not saying this opponent's bad. I'm just saying that if your mono green opponent is really strong, it makes a big difference. Wow, we just rattled off a Miscreant. Let's just start with that. I don't know if I'm going to Coral Net this 1/1. It is good at giving them another mana. There's a counter spell. I kind of do want to Coral Net like a 2/2 or something. I think I'm just going to do it now. If they need this really badly to make 2 mana, they're going to have to discard a card and then sacrifice it. And I think it's just worth it to deploy it now, and then next turn I can Ponder plus Counterspell. That's close. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to care about the Korean Ranger, but I think I am. Does do a lot of annoying things, and if they're Landlight, they mulliganed. If they're Landlight, it really helps them out a lot. Like if they discard a card here because they don't have any other lands, it's so brutal for them. It makes a big difference. Looks like they're like probably pretty Landlight, so they're deciding like also it's during the upkeep. They don't know if they're gonna draw a land or not, if they don't have one. They discard Savage Swipe. Wow. I'll take that. So they definitely needed this land. So now they're going to just activate, play like Burning Tree into something else. I do have Spire Golem as well. Yep. They like, see, they figured they figured like they need to get on the board. They need to deploy creatures this turn, so they had to sack, or they had to discard. Discarding a Savage Swipe, this card is so good in this matchup. Another counterspell. Let's go Ponder. Probably just going to leave up counterspell. Wow, this is good. Or is it? I actually don't have, it's not, there's no lands. But there is a Spell Stutter Sprite. I think I'm supposed to keep it. Because I can Spell Stutter and then just start tapping out for these Spire Golems. Yeah, it's a plan. I can take couple hits off these 2/2s. Now anything they play, I can just Spell Stutter, and if they don't play anything, that's fine. So they might have to sack Ranger now. Yeah, so I just got a 2-for-1 on that Coral Net. Pretty nice. All right, I'm taking 4. And they just don't play a spell. I'm going to flash this in. I also might just play a Spire Golem. Maybe not. I could just leave up Counterspell. If I play Spire Golem and they go Savage Swipe, because they discarded 1, they probably have another. All right, let's just attack. I know I'm drawing Mulldrifter next turn, but this means they can't cast anything, and they need to cast a green spell to untap this, and then I get to just counter that. So they basically have to cast a spell here. Maybe I wasn't even supposed to play this. Okay, they're just attacking for 2. That's fine. Maybe they can't cast any spells. Now if I just draw a land, it's so good. If I get to counter something on this next turn and then draw a land and play double Spiral Golem, I feel like that's going to be enough. I'll counter literally any spell. Playing the Spiral Golem, the Spell Stutter seems to have been the right play because they're not playing anything anyway. So I would just be sitting here with 2 power rather than 3 with spells that are still in my hand when I don't really need it in my hand. I have double counter spell. Could also just play like 18 lands still and just play 2 Mulldrifters instead of playing 4. That might be a better option, to be honest, because you don't really want to be flooded on that effect, but I kind of wanted to just test the heavier Mulldrifter version to start. Seems sweet. Okay, Hunger. Just going to counter this. Yeah, they get to untap, but again, I'd said I'd just counter any spell, and that was probably their worst spell, but I'll still counter it. Also, if I draw a land, I get to go Spire. I can just place 1 Spire Golem with counter spell up. That seems incredible. Okay, get hit for 4 down to 9. They're still just on 1 land. The crazy thing is they can still win this game just even on only 1 forest. Gut shot. All right, they go down to 9. Do they have another gut shot? They want to go down to 7. Preordain. I'm just worried about deploying Spire Golem. Another Preordain. I'm worried about deploying Spire Golem and then getting Savage Swiped out of the game. So let's go bottom, top, land, attack, and again, counter any spell. If they draw a land and they're able to double spell, it's going to be rough. Then I'm going to go pretty low here on life, but then I can play some Spiral on this next turn. I just really don't want to deploy Spiral and get Savage Swiped. That would just be so brutal. This card's insane. All right, they're just attacking for 2. I like it. Next turn I get to play Spiral with counter up. Longbow. Okay, I'll counter this. I mean, I guess it doesn't really do anything. There's no way they're going to equip this game, right? There's no chance. I'm just going to let it resolve. That doesn't actually do anything. Doesn't even untap this. I mean, not that countering something later does anything like that. Ooh, Coral Net. Still just going to stick to the plan. Go play Spire Golem, attack for 2 with counter up. Coral Net might not do anything because they might have extra cards to discard at this point anyway. Gut Shot, go to 5. I don't want to counter this because, again, I want to just counter a Savage Swipe. The thing is, if I counter this, they go to 3, and then I have lethal, but not through a Savage Swipe anyway, so I'll let it resolve. Like, now they're in trouble. They go to 4. They have another Gut Shot? Are they just on quad Gut Shot on the board? I wouldn't be surprised. So, okay. Another Gut Shot. They have 2 cards left in hand. Just gonna let this resolve as well. They're at 3. Yeah, this is fine. Now I think they're going to go Savage Swipe. Nice. Just because they discarded Savage Swipe, why would you discard Savage Swipe? The only reason is if you have another Savage Swipe or two more Savage Swipes, and you're like, I'm not going to use all these, I might as well throw one away. So I was able to read they had extras because of the first one. All right. So I can just bounce Burning Tree even. If they draw a land, they get to recast and get the free mana. Maybe I bounce Nettle. I guess I'll just Coral Net this. Might as well. I know they can discard a card, but so if they went land, Savage Swipe, Hunger of the Hellpack, I die. Maybe I wasn't even supposed to attack there. They have to have exactly perfects to be able to do that, though. They have to draw land. They have to have a Savage Swipe. Oh no, we know one of the cards was Nettle Sentinel, so that was impossible. Nice. Beat Stompy, 3-1. Let's go round 4. Or not round 4, round 5. That was round 4. See you there. All right, welcome to the 5th round. Second round on this recording, but we're 3-1 on the league. We're against Jacksad. Would you like to play first? Yes, I would. Snap keep. This hand looks great. Turn 1 Faeries here. Turn 2 leap up Sprite. Draw some lands. Get up to this Mulldrifter. This Clunk Drifter. Sure. Don't know exactly when I'm going to have time for second preording. Let's go bottom top. Oh, are we against burn? If they are, they should probably burn this right now. Just Lava Spike me with the new Lava Spike. Old bordered, looks sick. Okay, definitely just leave me up spell stutter here. I'll counter anything they do. I always say that, and then sometimes I'm like, I'll let that resolve. Play a Thermal Alchemist. I think I actually will let this resolve. Oh yeah. Let's counter that. Ponder. Interesting, interesting. I think I want to lead on a cantrip because if I find Counterspell or Spell Stutter Spread, I'm going to want to leave it available. So let's just lead Preordain. Nice. I think I want top here. Want to get up to this Mulldrifter. It seems kind of funny, but I think it's actually good. You generally don't want to counter this stuff that like is just like a one-time use, like Lava Spike. You're like, okay, I don't want. You want to counter the stuff that continually affect the board. They just concede. They had nothing in hand. Like this would have represented 2 damage that turn, but then 2 damage every other turn until I trade with it or deal with it. And I can't really do that well. But this is just 3 damage one time and that's it. So something like this, you definitely want to let resolve. And then something like a Thermal Alchemist, Curse of the Pierced Heart, a Lava Runner, they represent incremental damage over time. Those are the ones you really want to deal with because these one-time shot damages really don't get there. It's the incremental over time, like creatures or things that keep pinging that really get you. Now we're just so much better post board. We get a lot of hate for this matchup. I think that's all I want. Let's see. Maybe I even want Echoing Truth as well. It's not that good. It's a lot worse than Snap, I think. I can just Hydro Blast the Curse of the Pierce. Curse of the Pierce Art's not even that good, honestly. I mean, I can just take out all of my Mulldrifters. They're really slow for this matchup. And I can just have 19 lands and Spire Golems. Seems good. Keep all my 1-drops to enable Spell Setter and Ninja. Maybe I even go down to 18 land with this build and play 1 Echoing Truth. Yeah, Could also play one Curfew, but I think I like Echoing Truth better. Just as like a fifth snap. Mulldrifter is much better in like the fairy mirrors, the like against like Boros, either Monarch or Bully. It's not really what you want in these matchups, but this hand looks great. Because this deck is like burn is just so fast. It's just trying to kill you ASAP. Like it doesn't like you're not. It's trying not to give you time to get up to Mulldrifter. It's not trying to grind card advantage. It's just trying to kill you. I'm definitely just gonna leave up Hydroblast. They might take like a weird line where they like want a double Lava Spike to turn on one more damage from this, and then in which case I just get to Hydroblast this. Yeah, Chain Lightning, that's fine. See, they might have had like another creature or spell to deploy, but they may have taken this line. Oops, destroy target permanent. See, I'm even though this dealt one more damage this turn, the Lava Runner would continue to deal damage. Dog going off. All right, let's go play one Faeries here. It makes my other spell stutters better, and I still have Hydroblast up. Right, let's go bottom, top, pass. I think this game is looking pretty over with all these spell stutters and Hydroblast that I drew here. It's exactly what you want for this matchup. No, 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 no. That resolves. It's basically like either trades with a card and deals 2 damage, or it just like is going to deal 5 damage. 2 damage like unstoppable. So nice. We got the 4-1. Again, I always feel sad that I can't show the other games, but nice little 5 chests and a couple QPs for my troubles. Let's go to the list. The list felt pretty good. Could be 19 land, could be correct. But the Mulldrifters honestly felt pretty strong. We didn't fully get to showcase them. They were much better in the other games I played. But yeah, this list was sweet, and I think I might jam it for another league soon. So keep a lookout for that. My channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Really quick, 42-minute recording here. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and like this video. Thanks so much. Peace.